Again, let me scoot up here. I've added rails to my AK47. You can see in a foregrip. It is now a tri-rail rifle with a foregrip up on the front. I got all of that from Amazon, ordered it, and they sent it in a few days, and now it's my weekend again, and I was able to put them on. I actually managed to take the bottom handguard off. We took the cleaning rod out finally of my AK, my M70, this cleaning rod here. I am going to be putting it back. The threads, unfortunately, are a little stripped. Sorry, I can't hold my arm still. The threads on the cleaning rod are stripped, which is why it was so hard to get it out. We got the cleaning rod out and I was able to take the handguard off and install these rails. They're M-lock rails, and I put this foregrip on as well. And I tell you, it's added a new level of maneuverability to the rifle, because I'm able to, pull it side to side instead of like being like this. So this actually has benefited me quite a bit. I will have to get rail covers for it though, because if you're not resting your hand right there on this grip, these rails are kind of pointy. They're on the corners, like right here, up around here and down in here, and I imagine if you held onto that long enough and shot, it would start lifting skin. I do have intentions of putting, that's why I've got the rail system on here now. I'm going to put a laser on this side. I'm looking at the Russian Perst 4. That's got one of the highest milliwatt outputs for a laser for a military rifle, if I am remembering correctly. And then on this side, I'm thinking a Surefire flashlight. And I also put the really long extended, let me move up closer. Put the really long extended rails up here on the handguard, as you can see. Yeah, right there, that's good lighting. Gives that extra bit of rail space here past like this retainer, or stock ferrule, that's what they're called, right there. Gives it just another rail slot there past some stock ferrules on the AK, and lets you mount stuff a little bit further forward. And I'm thinking about putting here on this left side a light maybe right there, and have it sit far forward, because they have them ones, Surefire does, where they sit real far forward on the gun, like way up here. I could have it canted out, that way the light from the shadow from the front sight post doesn't get caught in the beam. And then the laser kind of really don't matter, because it's just one solid beam. Gonna have it set right here, and then have the switch for the laser on taped to the pistol grip, and then I'm gonna have the flashlight set up where I just move my thumb up and click it on and off. That way I'm not, I don't have like 20 pressure pads up around in here and all that. So that's what I have planned going forward for the AK. The rails I bought are these little sections here. They're M-lock section rails. I bought 2 packs of them. So they come with really small. Come with really small rails. Not so small, kind of like a medium. An actual medium. And then it comes with, in the other packet here, which I didn't open, it has these a little bit longer rail, and then the one right here, these really long rails that I have mounted on the side. That's why I bought 2 of them, because one pack by itself only came with just these sizes, like this. And then you got the really long one that I put on the sides of the AK M-lock rail. But these were the only sizes they came in, so I bought 2. Here's the other one. It's empty because I emptied it out. But I bought 2 of them so that way I'd have variety and be able to get all the rail space that I needed without having to go and buy another Forearm for my AK. So I put those to good use. I use the really long rails there on the sides, and then like one of the medium ones there on the bottom. I tried putting one of the really long ones on the bottom, but it was so long it was hitting this contour here on the handguard. Right here, it's kind of swoops, and it was going out past the stock ferrule up here, and I was afraid it would generate heat. So yeah, those were the rails, and then the handguard, or the foregrip I got was a polymer lightweight outdoor sports foregrip. The name's not really on there, but it was just a cheap Chinese made polymer foregrip. It may be for airsoft guns, I'm not sure. I read the reviews and guys said they liked it. It came with 2 Allen wrench screws, and they locked up real tight. It's on there real tight. I can't move it. It don't wiggle it. It won't wiggle or nothing. It's all locked up real good. So, airsoft or not, I don't care. It's on there tight as hell, and that's what I wanted. May need to move it back a slot or 2, because it is kind of a bit forward, but I always kind of preferred them a little bit forward, because it kind of makes you have to, you know, have your arm out here, because if it's way back here, I mean, it's going to interfere with the way the AK mag comes in and out. I mean, see that right there? If the foregrip was way back here, just like, see how it swings out there with the foregrip? I wouldn't be able to get mags in and out. So on an AR-15, you could probably get away with having this further back on the rail, but an AK, they kind of have a swing to them, like that, see? And then you bring it out and in like that to lock it up. So I was kind of having that in mind. But yeah, on the website on Amazon, these rails looked more flat dark earth, but they're really burnt bronze, as you can see. There's a contrast. There's flat dark earth paint, and then there's the rail, like a burnt bronze. But it adds to the camo. When you get back and look from a distance, you can't really tell a difference in comparison to the whole rifle. I mean, it looks good on the camera. I'm sitting here looking on the viewfinder. Looks great there, even with these brown magazines. It just adds to the camo factor that much more. So yeah, but that's what I have planned for this part of the rifle. Back here on the, I'm going to get a scope rail next, and I was looking at a, like, you know, potentially getting like an ACOG, you know, have an ACOG right here, which would be alright, because, you know, it's 4 times power, and it's not any big deal either, because my stock here has a cheek riser built into it. Let me see if I can get it to work one-handed. There it goes. Come on. Yeah, you little bastard. Yeah, there it goes. Came with a built-in cheek riser and the buttstock, and that would help with the ACOG if I got one, because, you know, it just brings my eye up to the ACOG. Like that, just get it on the highest setting. But then I was looking at Leupold, and Leupold has the VX Freedom, like a 1-to-6 power scope that comes up and down, and it's not. I've looked at ACOG scopes, and the cheapest ones I've found are like $999, and while that wouldn't be bad, I'm kind of still wanting to save money. You know, even though I'm working at Amazon and got mandatory overtime coming again next week, I don't really want to, you know, burn through the money that quick. I mean, I paid $930 on this, and then my SPO1 that I bought before I worked at Amazon was like $9 $80 something, almost $1,000 for the SPO1. I did not get the SPO1 at a cheap price. I know people probably freak out and be like, oh, that's a little bit too much, but I've always wanted an SPO1. So it's like, you know, get the SPO1 or go home. Because I always wanted that as my first 9mm. But I may get an ACOG for it. I don't know, but right now a variable scope from 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 seems a little bit more appropriate for this, because then I could still at least have some range, be able to hit out a little bit further, get like, you know, like a 6-power scope and hit out to at least 300 yards if I need to, and then have that 1-power setting for up close, and then, you know, I'd have like a red dot either on top or to the side. I don't know. I'm still up in the air on optics for it. Mayor Fugly Cool keeps bugging me about a muzzle brake that he wants me to buy for it. I don't mean that in a negative way. He just reminded me because I keep forgetting. And I think I'm going to hit that offer up that he has proposed to me to put a muzzle brake on this. So this dude, in a short amount of time, has already become one of my most customized guns, and I do intend to set up more of them like this, with the foregrip like this and rails. So far what you've been seeing me do with guns is make them for long range, like my M1A loaded and my AR. Although my AR is kind of more like a medium range rifle, but you know, I had them set up with, you know, moderately powered scopes, you know, set up for distance shooting. But this is the first one I ever have set up for close range. And I intend to do this as time goes with another M1A and another AR and a series of other rifles. You know, if I get a semi-automatic that's takes a common caliber like the AK here, even another AK, I intend to have a bunch of them set up for close range like this. I'm just now getting the opportunity to, you know, be able to set one up like this and you know, be able to film it for you guys. And I intend to do that with another M1A. If I get an M1A Scout Squad, or a SOCOM, you know, do what I'm doing here with this, with the M1A Scout Squad or SOCOM when I get them. Same with another AR-15. I get another AR-15, do like an M4 build. You know, get it close to what the military runs. Same with an M16A4. I've always wanted to build an M16A4. Me and a buddy at work were talking, was watching a video on YouTube, and they was talking about the M16. And he's like, I've always wanted to build an M16A4. And I was like, you know what, I have too. Yeah, I've met they're surprisingly up there at Amazon. I won't name names, but there is quite a bit of guys up there that are like me, that are, you know, big into guns. There's several people up there that are gun guys. We just have to be incognito because we're kind of outnumbered by the anti-gunners and people who, you know, are kind of, you know, this kind of stuff scares them. But there are gun guys up there, and I've made friends with a lot of them. So there's that. But yeah, I figured I'd let you guys all see what I have done to the AK now. I've put rails on it. It's a tri-rail now. I still like how I've left the wood there. I just like the wood on that. It looks cool. I still need to upload the video of me painting this dude. That will come next. This will come first, then that video will come next. And then this week I'm going to do my best to try and answer some questions, because I've been having several people ask me questions in regards to firearms, and I'm going to do my best to you know, answer those questions. And tomorrow I'm going to try and get to the range and shoot this dude again. So stay tuned, everybody. There'll be some AK footage coming shortly, and I will do an ammo test on some of the new brass ammo I've got, I want to try and run some of that M67 at 50 and see how it performs with this. So anyway guys, it's been Pliskin by 51mm. Let y'all see it one more time. You take some pictures of it camoed. I haven't had time to really take photos of it while camoed. So let y'all see it. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.